Hi guys, my name is Zin and this is Maybe Bonsai. This week it's quite warm outside, it's about 10 degrees, and I'm going to kind of clean up the backyard a bit and take off the winter protection in a way. So, you know, all these fences, I'm going to take these down so I get access to the trees. I'll clean the area up a bit, and I'm going to root prune some of the trees in the ground. I'm going to do that by using a shovel and basically just, you know, shoveling down around the trees. So basically it cuts off all the roots. This is what I'm told to do basically every year if you have trees in the ground, so that the root doesn't get too crazy and it won't be as difficult to get them out when you want to get them out. So I'll start with these plastic, I don't know, fencing I guess, and we'll proceed with the root pruning afterwards. Alright, so I got all the fencing off. I'll show you what I'm going to do because it's quite difficult for me to film and do this at the same time. So basically I'm just going to pick a radius around the tree. Probably that much is about right. That's about, I don't know, a couple of inches. I'm just going to clamp down. And I can feel the shovels going through some roots. So I'll just do this around the entire tree. Oh boy, there we go. So it's a bit difficult even from here. Yeah, you can definitely feel roots being cut. I'm told you're supposed to do another one underneath the tree. That one I'm going to do off camera because that'll be almost impossible to do with one hand and a camera in the other hand. So I'll just do this first, and then I'll try to scoop underneath to do the last cut. I'll be doing this for pretty much everything here, just so the roots isn't gonna get too thick or too long, which or too hard to cut in the future. Okay, so I'm gonna do that first, and we'll come back afterwards. I'm just working on the Amber maple here. This one's in the container under the worm. Go back in. This one's much easier because it's in this container. I can get it out quite easily, and as you see, the roots are coming out the bottom. So because this is in a container, I'm just gonna cut these roots off with a pruner. It's just much easier than trying to dig underneath. But yeah, it's looking good. These are not that big of a root. Okay, so I'll put that back and basically just bury it back down. So yeah. Okay guys, I finished the root pruning. You probably can't really tell, but I did for every single one of these trees. Some there's more roots around and some there's not. Like these couple cedars, I didn't really feel that much root. There were definitely some, but just not as many as some of the others. The trees here also did the same thing. You can see that the ground is all dug up, except for that one, because that one I put in the ground fairly late. And what I noticed that like some of these Japanese maples, I put them in quite late in the fall. I think it's in the fall sometime, and when I dug down, there just wasn't that many roots. You know, the shovel just went right through, and you know, there's nothing really to prune. But I'm glad that these trees are alive. You can see the buds are coming. There's some dieback in the top here, which is okay. I don't even know if this was pruned by rabbits or what. For this guy here, this is just a regular Acer palmatum. You can see the top is died off, and then I don't know what's going on here. It looks like there's some chew marks or something here from maybe rabbits, I don't know. But I see the buds here that are red, but the top, like, I don't know, it's hard to tell if it's still alive or not for that, but the tree is alive because there are good healthy branches. So we'll see how that does. This one here is the trident maple. The tree is alive, but there's a lot of diebacks. Like at the top here, I'm sure these are dead. I mean, the branches are kind of started to dry off. And then this looks kind of dead. There's no buds. You know, same at the top here. it was a really cold winter. We had -20s for a few days in a row, you know, like all over the place, a lot of wind. And but the tree is alive because the buds at the bottom is still there. You know, I can see some of it is still alive. The tree looks like the main trunk looks healthy, so I'm sure that's gonna come back. I'm not too worried about that. Everything here looks okay. Like this guy just took the winter fairly well. Nothing, not even a little bit of dieback at the top. I'm quite surprised. This guy perfectly fine as well. I forgot the name of this. Actually, let's check right now. That's right, the Chindori, I think. Aki. Let's just deweed that. This was a zone 5 tree, so I'm not surprised at all that nothing happened to this. Well, I am a little bit, to be honest. Usually, you know, you get a little bit of dieback no matter what. So that's all I need to do for the trees in the ground for now. I did move all the hardier trees outside now because the daily temperature, the lowest usually stays above 0. This is the pomegranate that I brought out last year. I never let this thing go dormant. It was indoors all winter, but this year I let it go dormant in the garage. And then I brought it out now because the weather is not too cold, and I've heard stories where people had this tree and it took a very long time to come out of dormancy. So I hope that's not the case. I mean, I see the buds on the tree right now. Hopefully it'll come out normal like the other stuff. And then some of this, all the Japanese maples, you can see the buds are on the tree. Is fine, so everything is alive. This guy here, this is the Mugo, or the Mugo pine. These are, I think, old needles that are kind of yellowing. I'm not 100% sure, but the what do you call it? Oh, I forgot what this is called, but the buds, I guess, they're all looking good. The needles are coming out over there, so hopefully this is okay. I don't know why it would not be okay, because I didn't really do much to it. Everything else is alive, and you know, they're about to leaf out. The larches. This guy here, I'm going to remove this dead branch, and I think this pine, the top might be dead or not. I think I kind of missed watering this in the winter because it was sitting in the corner and I just didn't notice it. But there's buzz at the top, so I think this might be okay, even though these needles are dried up. So we'll see, we'll find out. But everything else looks okay. This larch, you can see that there's a huge difference between the greens. I thought this was dying. I was like, why would this die? And then it started to green up, so you know, I'm not worried anymore. And everything else just came out. Not much to tell. Everything is healthy as far as I could tell. So yeah, that's the update outdoors. Actually, let's take a look at this. I'm not sure why the needles are yellowing. This has stayed indoors all winter, so I don't know. I'm not sure if it's dying or dying back, but some of the branches, as this one, is all dried up. I have been watering that, so yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with it. We'll see what happens in a week or two if it greens up at all. But other stuff has been good. Everything else is looking okay. Okay, so that's all the updates for today. My main mission this week was to bring everything out. I think I'm going to spend some time either today or tomorrow to start repotting some of this stuff. I do have some other stuff here actually. This thing is kind of browning. I'm not sure if this is due to the lack of water or just not being outside. Anyway, I brought this out. That's the giant sequoia. So this guy here, what's that? Oh, that's a bud. That's how they come out, I guess. Yeah, it's like a ball of cotton. I thought that was a bug or something. That's weird. So yeah, I think I need to repot this, because I said I was going to repot this one to sort out the roots and stuff. Pretty much right now, because it's cottoning out. So yeah, I think that's all for today. Yeah, I think so. So as you can see, everything is mostly alive. Made it through the winter fairly well. I think we're about to hit spring very soon, because the temperature is basically above 0 every day now, and it can only get warmer. Hopefully, it usually snows once in April, and we're starting in April. We're approaching mid-April, so I'm hoping it's not going to happen. Because if it does, I'll have to either cover the trees or do something to protect them, or move them in, which will be a huge pain in the butt. So hopefully it doesn't snow anymore and it just gets warmer. Yeah, okay guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.